Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another Royal News video. So, of course, the girls are absolutely fine. Leela, I have now nicknamed as Toothless because she has possibly had about 7 teeth in total taken out since we've had her. She's 7 years old in September, so there's pretty much a tooth for every single year. She's gonna be a gummy bear before long. So what are we talking about on this video? Well, let's talk about Harry stalking Prince William. I honestly believe that when the royal family release information to do with their diaries, Harry and Meghan sit there with a little book and go, right, you take Catherine, you take King Charles, I'll do Camilla that day, I'm definitely going to go for William. And they prepare their launches for anything that means when members of the royal family are going to be in the media, Harry and Meghan will of course pop up. So I did say in my free Harry video that I found it quite surprising that Harry didn't try and time an attention-seeking stunt. I mean, there's still time, but for Prince William's Earthshot Prize in November. But as it turns out, Harry is in fact doing it again for the Earthshot Prize, but this is the Earthshot Prize Innovative Summit. My mouth, it's like I've had the dentist shots. But it's in New York. Prince William is reportedly not attending. He attended last year, but Harry wouldn't know that. But it does mean that the Earthshot Prize will be getting a lot of coverage, which means Prince William will be as well. No doubt Prince William, there could be video links. Bearing in mind, it also brings up last year's winners, the winners the year previous, the nominees, the people that might be winning this year's awards show, which is held in November in South Africa. So of course, Harry has timed his all-important week where he's going to promote his patronages and charitable initiatives all in the same timing. Harry and Meghan will do absolutely anything to make sure that they can get the attention on them, and riding on the royal family's coattails is something that you can synchronise your watches to. Whilst Harry is in New York, it's not just the Earthshot Prize which is going on, it's the 78th UN General Assembly. It's Climate Week. There's going to be lots of big events going on. Lots of business leaders from all around the world will be gathering. So Harry wants his name in the news round about the same time this is all going on, so he can pretend that he's somehow some big sort of power player. The only thing with Harry with climate, and he's meant to be promoting something for it, is Travelist. I still, to this day, do not know what Travelist do. There was a lot of fanfare about it, and we've seen a lot of photographs about it, and we know that they linked up with other companies, but there's still no real anything to it, is there? Can you think of a single thing that Travelist do? They say it's all about promoting eco-friendly travel, which is just absolutely ridiculous considering Harry uses private jets like most people use Uber. It's honestly, it's one of the most ridiculous initiatives that, well, I can't even call it an initiative because no one knows what it does. If anyone does, tell me, please, in the comments. Thank you. So what else will Harry be promoting whilst he's in the Big Apple? Well, he will be getting together with Halo, a charity that helps clearing up landmines that Princess Diana brought to the world's attention. Harry has, of course, since used Halo to remind the world that he is his mother's son. Do you remember when they went and did the I'm Not Okay, me and William are on different paths, getting ready to line up for Megxit? Harry made sure he walked in his mother's footsteps, and he went and saw a little girl, well, she's not a little girl anymore, she's in her 30s, a mother of 5, but a little girl that Diana was photographed with back in 1997, the year actually that she died. Harry yet again using his mother and her legacy. In keeping in with this, Harry is also going to be leading a Diana Awards event. Obviously, as we know, Prince William is not going to New York. Again, I'm not sure that Harry knew this, but this is where I think he's deliberately done this and timed it. Because if Prince William was due to go to New York, or he was going to make an appearance, if he doesn't go to the Diana Awards, then it's going to make him look petty and Harry's being the bigger person, or Harry can play victim because Prince William's still being mean, boo-hoo. But it's also, for me, it's Harry taking ownership over the Diana Awards. And I'm still disgusted of what he did to the Diana Awards, which was in March earlier this year. Prince William actually attended the London Science Museum, where he met the winners of the awards that had travelled from all around the world. They brought their friends and their family to celebrate. Prince William photographed with all of them. They enjoyed a dinner and then they were allowed to go out and enjoy themselves. Well, they were until Harry had to have his bit, his involvement. They were all ferried back to a hotel. They had to cut their celebrations short. They were stuck in a meeting room for Harry to dial in. I remember at the time, some people said that he dialed in and made them wait until long past midnight for him to make an appearance. And he was actually in a ski chalet because he was apparently skiing with the Kardashians. Corey Gamble, I think he's the matriarch's boyfriend or something. I don't watch the Kardashians. But needless to say, Harry made all of them end their celebrations early so they could go sit in a boardroom so he could come on eventually and basically get involved in it. But it's not just that. What he and Meghan both did when Prince William was there, Harry and Meghan announced their Archwell winner for one of their new awards that they've just made up. You can tell by the clothes that Meghan was wearing. The photographs and the video was taken a week prior when Meghan was at the South by Southwest Summit, where she appeared on that panel. So they've deliberately timed it and released it when Prince William was due on to give a speech. And then Meghan launched American Riviera Orchard with that so-called slick video, which was meant to be arty, but if anything, it reminded most of us of the film that you watch and then you die 7 days later. Yes, if you've seen The Ring, that's exactly what it reminded most of us of. I guess, in fact, you might actually die if you watch anything that Meghan's in, if just generally of boredom, I can imagine. But all jokes aside, another very serious meeting that Harry's having, it's not a serious meeting, but the fact he's having it's quite serious, he's going to promote African parks. Well, I don't need to remind anyone of the horror stories that have been coming out about what that organisation and some of its rangers have been doing to the Baka tribes people. It's still so upsetting. Yet Harry is still using his platform and his name to promote them. These are very serious human rights abuses. Harry might have stepped down as president, but I don't think he did that due to any of this backlash. He still sits on the board of directors. Harry was sent a letter and a video by an organisation that is trying to protect the Baka people. Harry just simply passed it on. This is Harry and Meghan, the humanitarians, a force for good, and they have done absolutely nothing. And Harry, by going to this event, shows that he is still back in the organisation. That tells you everything about Harry's priorities, compassion in action, honestly. But as for Harry timing this New York trip, getting all of these meetings to make him look like he's an important person in the same week that his brother's Earthshot Prize Summit is obviously going on, just shows that Harry is predictable, he's petty, he's jealous, and he's still trying to believe that he's in some sort of competition with his brother. And as I've said many times to you guys before, Harry can't be in competition with Prince William. He's not in the same league. These two aren't even playing the same game as each other. The only thing that Harry will do in New York that Prince William did not do is create a scene. When you think that last year when Prince William did go to New York, he ran around Central Park with, I think it was one of his security guys. No one knew. Nobody knew about it. All of the joggers that you see going around Central Park, you would have just seen two guys going past, because Prince William is low-key. He goes to the pub, he goes out with his family, they go for bike rides. They do that on the down low, even the fact that he is heir to the throne. Harry and Meghan, the last couple of times they've been to New York, May 2023, after an awards show, they staged a high-speed paparazzi car chase through Manhattan. So terrifying was the relentless high-speed near-catastrophic chase that nobody saw it. No footage other than them sitting in a taxi with the windows down, holding up traffic as their one security guard gets out and walks away. After, I'd like to point out, they got out of their security vehicles. No, that story and those photographs have never matched the story that Harry and Meghan have told, possibly not helped by the taxi driver saying there was no danger. We were all quite comfortably safe. Then the second time in the same year that Harry and Meghan go to New York, if you remember, this is where I guess what we now know was the beginning of the Parents Network, where they were there for World Mental Health Day. Harry and Meghan took a 7-car convoy around one block. Yes, Harry, the eco-warrior prince, 7 cars to go one block. Honestly, those two are not just a disaster, they're an embarrassment. The only thing that Harry is going to do successfully in New York is probably create more drama and block traffic for regular New Yorkers. And unfortunately for the American taxpayers, yes, you guys are the ones footing the bills, because the New York Police Department has confirmed that they will be putting on extra police protection just for Harry. Yet again, another country that's using taxpayers' money to pamper the multi-millionaire prince. Unlike in the UK, his security can carry guns, so I do not understand why Harry cannot pay for his own extra protection in New York. Well, stepping away from Harry's potential attention-seeking stunts, let's go on to Meghan's. Meghan is apparently devastated, heartbroken and upset because Aro has been attacked. Aro, American Riviera Orchard. She's apparently been in tears because it has been completely trashed. There's no trademark, there's no staff, there's no stock, there's no website, there's no CEO. I'm failing to see, if something doesn't actually exist, how can it be attacked? People might have laughed at her because she's promoted jam, and the way some people have promoted the jam is a little bit ridiculous, rolling around with a basket full of lemons. Chrissy Teigen, well, she promoted it by dribbling it down her chin as she fed her husband. Then we had a cringing post from Nacho declaring, "I love your jam," as he chomped down onto some toast. Let's not forget that Nacho also posted about Meg's dog biscuits when the Princess of Wales appeared at Trooping the Colour, an entirely predictable attention grab, and of course a total fail. So aside from a few Instagram posts of celebrities with their bowls of lemons, that's been it. That's been the entirety of Meghan's marketing campaign. No wonder people have laughed at her lack of effort. And not only that, it's clearly obvious with all of this being said that Aro doesn't exist at this stage outside of her head. But Meghan is apparently devastated because people have been attacking it. How can you attack something that doesn't exist? To be fair, it's a very, very small window, I think, when Harry and Meghan are not upset, angry or devastated over something, whether it exists or it doesn't. Now, linked to Aro, especially who's reportedly taken over management of it, it looks like Meghan's Netflix deal is definitely on the outs. I don't think that Meghan's cooking show is going to see the light of day. Former friend Victoria Beckham has just had an announcement put out by Netflix that due to the success of the 5 times Emmy Award nominated Beckham documentary, Vicky B is getting her very own show. So well liked are the couple that they have decided to invest money and to promote a docuseries covering Victoria's rise to fame from being a Spice Girl to now a fashion designer and a super A-lister. In all honesty, if it's anything like Beckham, I will definitely be watching it. But apparently Meghan and Harry have got serious sour grapes because, well, they didn't obviously get a follow-up docuseries, but this has also called into question, are their shows even being handled by Netflix at all? Given the fact that Victoria's show is not even in production yet, isn't it funny that Netflix have already done a big shiny announcement telling the world this is what we're going to be doing? Yet we've never heard a single peep from them to do with Meghan's cookery show or Harry's polo show. We haven't had stills from it. Meghan's cookery show, we've had no photographs of any of the chefs, any of the big name celebrities she might have on the show. Netflix, considering they've taken over the management of Aro, haven't promoted it at all. It wrapped up filming the other month. All we've had is an aerial view shot of the house she was reportedly filming at with a few film crew trucks outside. And we've had some paparazzi shots of Harry on a polo pitch reportedly filming for his show. We've had lots of announcements from the couple's sources and their friends, but not a peep from Netflix. This, considering that they have reportedly taken over the management of Arrow, you would think that they would be promoting it. They'd want it to be a success. Of course they do. This must be the most expensive and worst investment Netflix have ever done throughout their history since they've existed. For the amount of money that they reportedly pay in Harry and Meghan and how little they have got in return. There's no way that I think Netflix staff have been treated any better than the way Harry and mostly Meghan treated Spotify staff, and said that all of their dealings with the couple were trying, tedious, and the content was terrible. It's very clear that Harry and Meghan both lack any serious work ethics, and they do not, absolutely do not, play well with others. Hence, it's just been reported that they have lost yet another member of key staff at Archewell. Yes, only after a few weeks of their chief of staff, Josh Kettler, quitting after only 3 months, they have now lost Christine Wales-Shermer, who was head of communications for Archewell. She was apparently one of Silicon Valley's top publicity gurus, charged with improving the Sussexes' image on a worldwide stage. And even she has thrown in the towel. I think the expressions rats leaving a sinking ship comes to mind. I think it's safe to say that Netflix are counting down the minutes, the days, the seconds until they can walk away from this. And I also believe that Meghan's cookery program and Harry's polo program are just going to end up on the scrap heap. That is Harry and Meghan's, I don't know what you call it. Let's just throw everything we can possibly think of at a wall and hope that something will stick. And so far, absolutely nothing has managed to stick. Harry and Meghan changed their mind from one week to the next. I mean, it was all jokes in the beginning. Oh, they jump on one bandwagon to the next. I mean, they don't even stick to anything for a week at a time. Harry's latest one, a headline that came out that had me near enough snorting my tea out of my nose, was Harry's creating a university. Okay, it's not actually Harry that's creating a university. It's to do with Better Up. They now want to apply for a trademark so they can give qualifications out to people that want to be life coaches. Now, I'm not being rude because I know some of you guys might be life coaches out there, and I think it is an admirable thing trying to help people to organise their lives. But as I said, with everything to do with Harry and Meghan, there's no continuity. They do not stick to anything. It's clear that Harry and Meghan have the attention span of toddlers. They are on to the next shiny new thing before they've even signed the documents, the contracts on the last shiny new thing. This is why nobody will ever take them seriously. This is why they are laughed at. And this is why I said in the Free Harry video, if they are thinking of attacking the royal family, doing another book, doing a big sellout again, bring it on. We could all do with a little bit of extra entertainment. Right, that's it for me on this video, guys. I will be back with you very soon where we need to talk about Harry and William being in the same room. Harry apparently is now orchestrating his own comeback. And of course, the reasons why I think that that door is going to be firmly slammed in his face. Bye.